Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I have been back with some completed pages to show y'all, but like I've said in the past, I only record these videos now when I have compiled enough and colored enough for the video to be worth watching for y'all. And I will be showing you what I colored from May to July. Today is July 31st and it's the end of the month. And if I end up coloring something else for the rest of the day or tonight, then I'll just show y'all in my next video. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what I've been coloring. Okay, first up, I have a whip to show y'all. It is in the Coloring Heaven Enchanted Animals special by Kanoko Aguza, and I just had to have this because Kanoko Aguza is one of my favorite artists, and I'm not subscribed to Coloring Heaven. I order these individually if it's an artist that I really love, and I just had to have this one, and I'm so happy I was able to get it. And I ordered this from the website, and I had to because y'all, she's drawn people and little fairies and stuff, and she has not ever really had those in her coloring books. Like, I just had to have it, and again, she's one of my favorites. So I just wish she drew more dogs. That's my only wish. If I could have a wish, she drew more dogs. But anyway, this is a whip that I have, and I'm working on this with my bestie Frances, Coloring F, as y'all know her on YouTube. We have 3 buddy colors by Kanoko Aguza that I have not even finished, and I don't know why. But I don't know if Frances started on hers or not, but I started this, I think, in May. I want to say I did this in May or April or sometime around there. It could have been June, I don't know, but I'm starting with this because it's a whip and I have yet to finish it. Everything is done with Inktense pencils, and I would like to continue that on the rest of the page, but I'm not sure because I'm just not sure. I'm not sure going forward of my color scheme what I want to do with these flowers and this fur, because y'all know I hate coloring flowers and I don't really enjoy coloring fur, but I do it. But yeah, I really just colored all the fun things for myself because y'all know I love to color food. So all the food was the fun things, and this has just been sitting, and I pull this out every once in a while and stare at it, and then I put it back. So I don't know. I have to figure out going forward where my colors are going to go and muster the strength and courage and motivation and determination, all those things, to finish coloring these flowers and to do this fur. So yeah, that's what I got up to in this book so far. Moving right along to the only picture that I colored in the month of May, I have World of Princesses special. This is another Coloring Heaven. This was gifted to me by Coloring Chat with Sammy for my birthday a couple of years ago, and I never colored in this book until this May. And these designs I bought Fabian Trere, if I'm saying that correctly, probably not, but I do love this book, and I was able to finally come and complete one page in here, and I did the Pirate Princess, and like I said, I colored this in May. And I believe I used my Prismacolor. I don't think I wrote any date down or not, but I did marker base a lot of this picture, and then I colored the rest with, well, color over and then color her skin and everything with Prismacolor pencils. And you can see all the glitter and the stickles that I have on here. I really enjoyed coloring this page, and for some reason I only colored this one in May. I just wasn't in the mood. And what's so funny about this picture is I mistaked, this is the barrel of the gun, and I mistaked that for her belt, and I colored it the wrong color. It was supposed to be way more silver and reflective metal type than that, but it's okay. I mean, I guess it works. And yeah, I just love all the stickles and the glitter that I was able to put on here, and I just love her cool scar she has on her face. I don't know, she just looks like, you know, a badass lady. So that was the end result of this picture, and I cannot wait to color more in this book because I do really love it, but for some reason I'm just saving the pages. I don't know, but I saw someone color the cover of this on Instagram, and I forget who the colorist is, but they color a lot of Coloring Heaven cover pages, cover title, what am I trying to say, and they make me want to color it. So maybe I'll color like one of these faces, and I really like her, and then it'll give me practice for her in the book because I think this one is really beautiful. So let's move on to the next picture that I have to show. So moving right along to the only picture that I color in June. Clearly it's a trend. Mostly I've colored all of my pictures that I'm going to show y'all in July. I colored one in May, one in June. Here we go with Victorian Darlings. My book never unbent from when I bent it back in the day. And this is by Hannah Lynn, obviously. So the picture that I colored was the stagecoach picture, and it kind of stuck together. So I finished this on June 13th this year, and never mind the bottom, because when I took the picture I cut that off. My washi tape ran out, y'all. So it's like a bittersweet thing. It's like I'm happy that I used it all, but then I'm sad because I don't have any more. But this is the picture that I ended up coloring in June, and I just love this picture. I had my eye on this picture for years, y'all, and I finally came to color it. And I believe I used a lot of alcohol marker, as you can see, as a base on this paper, because it makes life easier when you're coloring on this paper with a marker base. And yeah, I just really enjoyed coloring the stagecoach. I don't know what it was, but it was very relaxing and just I don't know, it's satisfying to sit and color it and pick out all of my shading and where everything would be. And then I kind of did a little bit of shadow under it with a marker. I'm not good at blending my markers, so I don't think that came out that great. But this is my second time coloring a horse, y'all. I colored a horse in an Erie book before, and I colored a horse in this book. So there's two horses I've got down. I don't know how well I did, but I kind of like how it came out. I was going for this soft brown kind of color because I didn't want to do a black horse because I don't know how, and I couldn't really figure out how to do a white horse. So I went with this light brown color because I didn't want it too brown to blend in with the coach, and I think it came out really cool. I have some Gansai Star. No, this is not Gansai Star. This is that gold marker that I have. I have trouble controlling it because it's old, and when you shake it, you have to prime it like a Posca, and paint just splatters everywhere. So I have to kind of be really careful when I'm using it. So I tried to put it on some of the little accent parts on the stagecoach, and I did do her dress and her hat in washi tape, and I went over it with colored pencil in order to give it some wrinkles and folds and a bit more definition with that. But yeah, this is how it came out, and I drew like some little extra little scribbly ruffles around her, and I left her gloves like starch white. I didn't even shade those in or anything. And I believe I took my beige Posca to outline my horse because I didn't want the edges black and so harsh. But yeah, this is the end result of this picture. I really enjoyed coloring this. I love how it turned out, and I'm so happy to have this done because I've had my eye on this page for quite a while. So now we can move on to the next picture that I have to show. Now we are moving to some pages that I've done all in July. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've done 5 pictures in July. That's amazing. So that's the most I've colored in the last 3 months, was all in July. So I have a picture in Galaxy Queen, and this is by Coco Wayo, and I really love this book. And I've done this page, which I finished on July 4th. I actually do remember doing this because the fireworks were going off. So here's the page that I ended up coloring. This was one of the pages when I first got the book. It was in contention for which pages I would do first. So I'm glad that the ones that I've originally picked out in my mind, like this one and this one, I'm just working with those and then coloring what I really like. So this, I just knew I wanted an orange jumpsuit. I don't know why. Well, spacesuit. I don't know why, but that just was in my mind. And I had looked up some retro, like vintage arcade colors, and I was going to go with that, but I don't know if I did or not. I may have strayed a bit from that, but I just wanted everything to be bright because that's my goal in this book, for everything to just be bright and fun. And so I think I achieved that. So I have so much glossy accents and glitter pen and stickles on this. It's ridiculous, and I really feel so guilty about not using my supplies. So I'm trying to definitely incorporate stickles and my gel pens in my coloring because I don't want them to dry up. So yeah, that was pretty much how this page came out. The background, I was going to do even more neon, but I was like, you know what, that might be pushing it. It's too much. It's already colorful enough. Let's not do that. So I just left it how it was. I hate this ugly star by her head. My Posca pen did not want to behave, and that's why that star is so ugly. But I do like the end result of this picture, how glittery and sparkly and just bright and fun everything is. And I do think I did achieve the retro computer type of color that the text used to be on the computers back in the day. I used like this yellow kind of marker, and I think that kind of looks retro and whatnot. So yeah, overall I really enjoyed coloring this picture, and I'm happy to have another one done in this book, and I'll move on to what I have next to show y'all. Another handling, because I just love coloring my handlings, even though I have been doing a declutter in my coloring book stash, y'all, and I have some books that I don't want anymore. So I don't know whether to give them away because some of them are colored in, or just keep them and just never color in them again. I don't know if anyone will be interested in me doing a giveaway in a book that I've colored in or not, but you can definitely let me know in the comments, and I will make a video showing those books, and if you want them, you can have them, and I'm just asking that you pay the shipping. That's been a thought of mine. I'm like, I'll give them away, but you know, whomever is going to get them, I'm asking for a minimum of a certain amount of shipping, because I don't want you to pay for them if I've already colored in them. But I digress. So in Maui Mermaids and Island Whimsy Girls coloring book, I have a picture done in here, and it was this picture that I finished on July 5th. So this was actually past midnight on the 4th, obviously, but I was up coloring this. I distinctly remember. So I did use a lot of alcohol marker, as you can see, and this was a mess up, y'all. I had done the skin like maybe a year or two ago, and I'll insert a picture of what the skin looked like. It was so jacked up, and I just could not leave this page because it's one of my favorites. I love it so much, and I always had a vision of how I want this page to turn out. So what I ended up doing was I just erased that skin out as best as I could, and then did I do a marker base? Yes, I did do a marker base over it, and then I did my pencil over it, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to salvage this because I love this picture and I want my vision to come to life. So I did, and I'm so proud of myself that I stuck through with it, and I came back to it after a couple of years. So this is the end result of this picture. Orange was a theme for me in July, as you can clearly see. For some reason, I don't know what that was about, but I simply love how I did her tail. I just knew from when I first looked at this picture, I wanted it all orange and pretty. And I just love my color combination, how sparkly her hair is. I used my stickles, obviously. I used stickles on her little leopard print top. I don't know where she would get leopard print from in the ocean, but it's a thing, I guess. So yeah, really enjoyed this one, and I really love her eyes. I've really been into doing Kelly green for the eyes, and I think Kelly green in my Christmas, I think it came out really cool. And you know, I have my little clownfish, my little marlins, and then I put some glitter gel pen on the border. I really want to aim to do this on my handling pages a lot, but I always end up coloring outside the border, and then I just put washi tape or do marker or paint. So I was pretty proud of myself that I was able to finally do like this cute little minimal glitter border around the page. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really do love this book, and I've colored quite a few, and it's fun to just get some more done in here because out of all the handlings I have, I really need to make more progress. So we can move on to what I have next to show y'all. Okay, in Vintage Model coloring book, this is by either Creative Lounge or I don't know, some random people. Creative Lounge, this is by them. I got this book a couple of years ago, and I had only ever colored the one page in here, which was my rockabilly chick that I named her. So I came back and I finished this page, and in my mind, all I saw was Barbie, because hello, the Barbie movie came out this month, which I have yet to see. But I'm really excited to watch it when I finally do. And I don't know, Barbie was just on my mind. So when I saw this page, I just wanted it pink, and that's all I knew. So I don't think that I really did very much marker base on here. I know I marker based her hair and her top, obviously the border, but her skin was all pencil. Don't know if I marker based that, but I know I used my Prismacolor, And this is how it turned out. And then on her top, I drew the Barbie bees in the Barbie logo, and her top is actually some pearlescent gouache that I put as a base, and then I used my white Posca to go ahead and draw my bees in, because she had like a weird polka dot pattern in there. You could kind of see it a little bit. I didn't like that. It was ugly. So I did my own thing. And I love her nail polish, and I love her glasses came out. My glossy accents was running out right here on the lens. That's why it's not as smooth as it could be, but that's okay. And I have glossy accents on her eyes, her lips, and her sunglasses are glittery. I could not resist myself putting all the glitter and the stickles on it because it's Barbie. And again, the Kelly green eyes. I kind of messed up on her eyelashes, but you know, that's okay. But yeah, 2 down. Lots more to go in this book, but you know, at first I was on the fence about it, but I do really like a lot of the illustrations in this book, and I will continue to color in it. So let's move on to what I have next. Okay, I have a Whimsy Girls Christmas. How many Hannah Lynns do I have? Oh, I have 3. I've done 3. I've colored in 3 of her books in the past month. So that's really good, y'all. Okay, so I have a Whimsy Girls Christmas by Hannah Lynn. And this was a buddy color with my bestie, Coloring F. And we colored the Reindeer Girl. I really think that's what she's called. And I will go ahead and pop Francis's version up on the side so y'all can see that. But yeah, this is basically for Christmas in July, as it's known. And yeah, I just wanted to color a Christmas page, and I don't know if I picked this out or Francis picked this out, but it doesn't matter. We finished it, and I really like how my Reindeer Girl turned out. I thought she was a bit too like mahogany color because I used that, I think, to do her skin tone, but I think she's okay. She's a reindeer. She can be reddish brown. That's cool. And I have tons of stickles in her hair. And I have tons of glossy accents and stickles. No, just stickles all on the snow because, you know, why not? And I love to use the Holly stickles, which is that green and red mixture. And I drew like some extra little embellishments around her apron. And I also was inspired by Lovelia's coloring to do her hair kind of like a peppermint stripes. Lovelia's looks better than mine. She did more white. I did more pink. But I really like how it came out. And I actually got the color palette from something I looked up on Pinterest. And I think, I don't know if Francis used that same color palette or not. I can't remember. But I know for sure I was going for like a vintage Christmas because I didn't want to do her dress red because I think I've seen so many people do that, and then I just wanted to do something different, and I made the pink trees like the color palette I looked up, and I'm really proud of the end result because I like to try and do different things. I don't always want to do what everybody else does, obviously. I dance to the own beat of my drum a lot of the time, and I just look for things to be different. So I really like how this turned out, and it was nice to get another one done in here. Lastly, I have a picture in Jasmine Beckett Griffith of Fantasy Art Adventure. This is her first coloring book, and I'm working on finishing the minis on this page, y'all. And so I finished the Black Orchid Fairy on the 26th. This was the last picture that I colored, and it's this one right here in the top corner. And I did look up the original colors and whatnot that Jasmine Beckett Griffith did because I just wanted to see how to color these orchids because I've never colored orchids like that before. And I pretty much used her color palette, just not as deep as she did some of her colors. But yeah, my goal on this page is to do everything purple, and so it's coming along, and I've got this last one to do. I was going to start on this last night, but then I lost my morale to just color, so I didn't do it. So hopefully I'll get this one done soon, and then this page will be done, and I'll be happy to have gotten all of my little minis done. But yeah, this was the one that I colored this time, and I used my Prismacolors because they work like a dream on this page. And yes, she has some glitter and some glossy accents on her eyes, lips, and a little bit in the orchid. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. So that is the last thing that I had to show y'all. I am so happy that I was able to color some more in July. A lot of the time, emotionally, mentally, I haven't been in the greatest of places lately, so it just really kills my morale to color, and you know, I just don't want to do it a lot of the time. And then sometimes I really get in the feeling of it like I did in July, and I really get some things done. So that's all I have to show y'all for right now. If you stuck through, thank you so much. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast. And I just hope to be able to color some more and get some more things done and work in my beautiful books and use my supplies. So thank you for watching. Take care out there wherever you are in the world, and I'll see y'all in my next video.